yeah, we're down here for Memorial Day and trying to take a break, but yeah, it looks like we're going to have to rush back unexpectedly because, as you guys know, I'm developing the C6 Corvette screens, and they are the 10.8-inch HVAC operational full like console screen. And so, you know, a little bit of details. I've been really testing this kind of exhaustively, and I did find a few little things that I felt like needed to be addressed before they went out to the beta tester. So I've been working with the engineering company on Google meetings and things, and we've kind of been testing and collaborating a bit. So we need to do it tomorrow morning, and so I'm going to have to rush back and leave early. So that's the updates for the C6 screens. Some of you guys are beta buyers. We're waiting for the beta screens. As we were discussing, we just wanted to have all that testing done and kind of have them in the car by mid-June, and then that will allow shipping for all the rest of the units that are being ordered now. So on the website right now, there is not a buy link open because everybody who had signed up for email updates has a private buyer link, and we've had a pretty good capture rate on the email buyer link, but not as many as I had hoped, to be honest with you. So I may open the buyer link early. So if you're interested in those, check out the website soon. I'm going to open up the buy link on that, and you guys can get those. And we have 400. We have enough supply for 400 units, so that's the key. So on the recall stops, that has been a thorn in my side that is causing me to bleed out. As you can see here, I did hire a contractor who came over. Listen to this as I kind of really went over. Are you going to get these done? Check this out.
So when is your? And I want you to think about this. Just tell me 100%. When do I get it back?
I'm thinking Monday night, Tuesday, the latest.
I need to know. I want one answer. You got to give me
Tuesday. Tuesday.
By what time?
And this is. I'm taking the day off, so I'll be here. I was gonna take Monday off, so I can be here Monday at 8 p.m. Just say 8 p.m. in the night.
But does that mean Tuesday?
No.
Definitely not.
No, definitely not. Monday at 8 p.m.
All right, yeah, 100%.
100%. Because I'm taking that day off, so I was just.
All right.
So, yeah, he did make promises. He said that he was going to have that stuff done for me. Obviously, this turned into, well, now I can't get it done on time. You forced me to too much work, and I can't get it all done. So then he wanted me to come to California, like you see here, and this is what happened. Lace is ready. We got to go collect our goods, Lace. You hold down the place, buddy. Well, we're in Barstow. It's a 2.5-hour drive. There was no response from the guy via text until we got here, and got a text now that he says, "Bro, can you come tomorrow? My daughter has a sprained ankle." It's just no surprise that now we're here 2.5 hours one way, sitting here, and there's no response because his daughter sprained her ankle. So, some people just should stick to going to work, go home, and stick with that, because that they call off work the same way. It's like, God, if anything happens, the job suffers. So being a secondary side job to somebody, he's already said by text he doesn't need this job, he don't care. So thoughts, Lace?
If you don't think you can do the job, just don't take it. It sticks other people. This is pretty frustrating.
Well, we are headed back because there's no point in waiting and just sitting there for someone who is extremely unreliable. So
it is a huge waste of time, like you said. There's a lot more that we could be doing instead of sitting here dealing.
But see, that person doesn't care because the world revolves around their mood, needs. I'm sure lots of people in this person's life experiences this the same thing. Very low priority. Everybody's a low priority.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get to California and he doesn't show up. So this is kind of the debacle. But I try to take things like this as an indicator to what can I do to change my approach. And what I did to change my approach from there is I actually changed the design of the stops a little bit, both to simplify the workload on me to make them, but also to increase the speed to get them out. So this has been tough, I'll be honest with you. I'm really overwhelmed with emails, with a lot of tasks, and that's the one thing that's not really fitting into our production. On the flip side, we are caught up on back order for the first time ever in 2 years, and we're actually in stock on the square lights and on the round lights. So it was, you know, you can see I'm really putting in work on one side, but I'm just not quite cutting it on the other side. Well, on the stop side. Putting out new products, have a lot of stuff happening. The bezels. So the guy that I contracted and I've been working with on the bezels, he has done some OEM design and things like that. We are getting very close to that, so expect that pre-buy this month. And that pre-buy will be based upon me knowing the price. We need 500 people to cover the mold costs and all that stuff, but then we'll get them done. Let's just get this done. So, you know, if we can get past that, it opens up a lot of other things that I have. So bezel stops, this kit's going to be complete. I'm working on a new light. We're going to call it a Gen 2 that I want to have out by fall. And so that will be ahead for you guys that have the C5 Sleepy Eye kits with the rounds and the squares. So we have something else coming. And I always said I wanted to do this to allow people to switch out their lights. And so, you know, just stick around and see what's coming. So 4th gen Trans Am Firebird. A lot of you guys have been emailing me, where's the lights, where's the lights? I kind of have been dealing with a lot of other things, but I do have that kit about 50% of the way. So I'm hoping to see a prototype on the YouTube channel here in August. Maybe July, but let's just go with August right now. So that's that. And C5 screens, obviously I'm developing the C6 screen. These have to sell through for the C5 screen to happen. James Davis kind of is the one that kind of got me on this track, but this has benefited my life and damaged my life, I'll be honest with you. It was a good idea, but what it has taken to make it happen and the stress and the kind of stuff that it has brought into my life has been very difficult. So, but the C5 is about 50% done, and that's that with that. So everything's good otherwise. We got an RV, picked it up pretty cheap. It's up there. So it's just a little short 26 footer. We kind of like it because it fits in everywhere and stuff like that. Got it used for like 22 grand. And so, you know, I don't like to spend a lot on this kind of stuff because I just feel like I just can't handle depreciation and stuff like that. So it bugs me. I feel like I buy something and I'm just going to lose a bunch of money. So we're going to maybe, you know, tweak it a little bit, but this is what is going to allow me to hopefully make it to Corvettes of Carlisle this year. I paid for a booth last year, thousands of dollars. It didn't make it because I had to relocate the business, spur of the moment. So, but into a much better property. So I'm hoping to make Corvettes of Carlisle this year for sure. Some people have asked about the kind of Corvette show in July in Austin. That's also on my radar. I just have to see. We have to kind of get this motorhome in order, and I need a few things to get there. So, but otherwise we're using it, kind of testing it. You know, I test everything, so that's what I'm doing. Is I'm testing it. I'm trying to determine, does it work? Does it work for our needs? Is it you know, is it mechanically all good? And it is. It's really good. It only has like 45,000 miles, and it's pretty good overall. So I'm trying to think any other updates. Obviously wide body stuff and getting into more C5 things. Full aero analysis of that car. There's some really advanced, like crazy stuff that I'm trying to do, but there's really no point talking about it right now because it's so far off the radar. Carbon scoops are close, believe it or not. And in an upcoming video, you guys are going to see this. It's not a super exciting mod to watch me prototype, but I'm telling you guys, when you have these on your car, you're going to like them. I can tell you right now, I did a wrap on my car in satin white pearl in 2013. When you stretch the wrap into the cove on the fender, it's a hard stretch. And what ended up happening is I kind of ran out of material, but since my car was black underneath, I did a cut to make the side scoop look more profound. And honestly, people were like, dude, I love that scoop, what's there? And they didn't realize it was my paint. So that always gave me the idea to do it. So you can see here, I did a hand-laid prototype before, but tweaking the shape and all that stuff. When you guys see these done in UV clear coat and everything like that, I'm telling you, on yellow car, blue car, black car, it's just going to look good, man. I'm telling you. And it's going to be an affordable, easy mod. I have a bunch of parts that I'm going to work with this particular company on. They have 12 autoclaves. They're production ready. They make OEM parts for a company. I won't say which, but that's where we're at. So, you know, I'm going to start with a bunch of little parts, and this is going to help us kind of establish a relationship. Let's take a look at the quality and consistency and thing before we commit to like bigger parts, you know what I mean? So that's about it, guys. I hope you have appreciated, enjoyed, well, not appreciated, enjoyed coming out to the river. I'd like to spend another night, but I got to go back to work. So that's it, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.